tell me first to give me a definition of what you are working on.
Sahaja Yoga.
Yes, what is it? I mean, what is the main idea of it?
Sahaja. Saha means with, Ja means bond, bond with you, that is spontaneous. Yoga means union with the divine. Now, many people in modern times won't believe there's anything like divine. Supposing I say there is, with an open mind of a scientist, he must accept it as a hypothesis to begin with. Now we have the divine power, very subtle power, everywhere, but we can't feel it. With our human awareness, we cannot feel it. With human awareness, we also don't know the absolute truth. We live in a relative world. So there has to be a breakthrough. And the breakthrough has to take place in our evolutionary process. And Sahaja Yoga is the method which gives you that breakthrough.
How does it do this?
Now, within us is placed is a energy which we call as kundalini in Sanskrit language, which is a residual energy in the triangular bone called as sacrum, also means sacred bone, so maybe the Greeks knew about it. It rises like a primule in a seed, passes through 6 centers and pierces through the last one here and gives you what we call as the self-realization or real baptism, real. That's what it is. And then on your central nervous system, you can feel the existence of this all-pervading power. You can feel all around you this cool breeze, and you can feel on your fingertips your own centers, which are subtle, and the centers of another person, which Jung has described that one has to be collectively conscious. It's a happening that has to take within ourselves. It is not mental, it's not physical, it's not emotional, it's beyond that.
Well, and I mean technically, how do you...
Technically, medically, you can say that human beings in emergency can use their sympathetic nervous system. But the parasympathetic system is the one which brings them back to normal. And supposing you want to run, there's an emergency, then your sympathetic goes into action, you run fast, your heart becomes very fast, and it comes to its normal state by the activity of the parasympathetic, which is in the center. When the kundalini rises, she nourishes this parasympathetic nervous system, and you become in charge of that. You can handle your parasympathetic nervous system.
Yeah, and I did mean technically, how do you induce this
yes.
rise of the kundalini in other persons?
There's no technique about it because it is a living process. It is spontaneous. It's something like seed has to be put in the Mother Earth so it sprouts. It's that simple. Even if you put your hands towards me like this, you can get your realization.
This is a wonderful example to place a seed into the soil
and see it. It's a living process.
Isn't it a bit like you want to grow it faster and therefore you pull on the plant? If you induce it in other persons.
But first it must be sprouted.
Yes.
First it is effortless. If you try anything with a seed, it will be spoiled. So first it should be allowed to sprout. Once it has sprouted, you have to put in effort. But it has to be allowed to sprout first and then to look after it. For that we have a proper technique to understand what are our problems. But without you have got your realization, you cannot make out what your problems you have. What centers are catching? Where is the obstruction? So before that, if you try anything, you can spoil it. So prestige is first give you realization. In the sense, through a very small thread-like energy, this thing opens out. Then the grace comes in from the all-pervading power, relaxes your centers more, and more energy starts flowing. and gradually it improves more and more. But there is a technique by which you yourself can increase the flow of this energy. But after sprouting, not before.
And what is this technique about? How is it?
Technique?
Yes.
It's a very, depending on a person. Now see, we take your case for example. You are a very busy person, one thing.
How do you know?
and you are very futuristic.
Yes.
And you plan a lot, you think a lot. Such a person we call as a right-sided person. And you exhaust your right side energy much more. So we have to fill in your right side energy. So very simple method after realization is to put your hand like this and after realization, not before, and just to take the energy from the left side and put it on the right side to fill it. It's very simple examples of movement of your fingers and hand. But after realization, not before that. Before that, it has no meaning. It's like if it is not connected to the mains, no use using this instrument.
Are there any
Mantras.
Any,
Are there any mantras you mean to say?
no, I didn't want to ask this, but okay, yes, it's
Yes,
also a
there
question,
are.
yes.
There are mantras which are according to the centers which are in trouble. For example, this is the center between the optic chiasma and the center of Christ. So now, if the kundalini has stopped at that point, then you have to take his name and it opens up. But you have to be a realized soul first of all. You must have the authority. Then it opens out that center. So for every center, there is a different date. And at that center, we have to take that particular name. It's nothing haphazard, it is very scientific.
Okay, now would you say that every person being interested in Sahaja Yoga is mature to get this realization from you?
Not necessarily. He can give a realization, he can give it. They are all doing it, not me. It's in the beginning I gave it to some, and now they are doing it. It's like one light which is enlightened can enlighten many.
Yeah, well, and
But to begin with, it was me, all right.
Yeah. How did you begin?
I was born like this. I was born with the same awareness as we call as a self-realized soul. But I knew that I have to do some job about it. To give realization to one person is easy, but to give it to a mass is very difficult. So I had to understand human beings, how I could manage an a mass realization. Well, then I learned it, I found out, discovered it, and now I can give a mass realization. Especially in India, even if there are 6,000 people, at least 4,000 people get realization. But how many look after their sprouted seed is there look after? You cannot force them. So some of them do become great trees, and some are very slow.
1 second, I